Yo! What's good? It's your bro Lo, and I'm bringing you guys another saucy trading video. Let's get it. Alright, today we are reacting to Justin Werlein, how I lost $3,243 day trading in Q. You know what I'm saying? So let's go in and get right into that video and see what he got to say.
Even. Hopefully you guys are doing well. Welcome back to another trade recap. I am down $3,000 on the day, so I want to run you guys through the two trades that ended up taking. One of them was break even, one of them was a loss. So I want to run you guys through kind of my mindset and my vision going into the day of what I wanted to see the market play out.
Justin, I like videos like this where niggas be like showing their trades and shit. Like, I love that. I love that,
right?
Bro.
Was this wrong? Kind of run you guys through the rights and the wrongs throughout the day as well, and kind of just overall mindset about it. So first things first, I want to go to pre-market and basically just run you guys through open and my entire kind of process of looking at this through the day. So what I wanted to see going into today was a TGIF setup, meaning on the weekly profile, if we look at the entire week so far leading up to today, it has just been straight up. Monday all the way to Friday, pretty much.
It's a whole market maker buy model right here.
Just straight to the upside. And normally on a Friday, I would want to see the weekly candle close back inside the range. So honestly, I am still not opposed to a possible short setup. Like, it's only 10:40. We still have some time for market to close, and I do want to see us fall back inside the range because I expect the weekly candle to close back down. So internal buy side just got taken, so I'd honestly be watching kind of the rest of the day if we do want to, you know, sell back inside the range. But with that being said, let me run you guys through kind of open here, and we'll go through these trades. So going into the day, because my bias was bearish, I wanted to see the.
I would have thought this shit was a sell too. I'm not gonna lie. I think ES had given a better sell though.
Weekly candle closed back inside the range. What happened in the overnight session? 1 hour manipulation, opening gap kind of here. This weekly volume imbalance that we had, or this daily volume imbalance, or the 1 hour, sorry, that we just ran through to the downside after buy side was getting taken. So I wanted to see price start to fall back inside this range. We had a 1 hour bearish fair value gap to the downside that I wanted to see us continue to hold. And I also had this standard deviation projection from the high to the low that I wanted to see us fall back to this area. So,
well, what's that? -3? Wait, -2? 2.5? Yeah, I should start implementing a little bit of that too for targets too.
Going into open, what I did recognize is I was bullish going into open because what happened is we started to accumulate after this move lower. NQ ended up taking this recent low. We put it in an SMT, and then once this fair value gap got ran through, there's actually kind of two setups here. One of them was this 1 minute fair value gap got ran through. Unfortunately, I wasn't on the chart.
I wouldn't have even got tagged in if I was to take that trade. Like, I would wait for it to like come into that order block
this time, or else this would have been a really nice long. There were some people in the Discord that took these longs as well. And then also this 3 minute here got ran through as well, just showing, in my opinion, super clean bullish bias to go rebalance back up into this. So there was long opportunity at open to go take these internal highs and go run back to this fair value gap. So going into market open, the
whole time he said he was bearish, so there was really he wasn't probably looking to really take this too. But that right here was kind of wicked. I ain't gonna lie.
And this is where I took my
it did. I already know it did niggas bad. Like right here, I know it did traders bad. People were trying to short right here. Thought this was like ICT's 2022 model or some shit.
First trade. Now, looking back, I think this was a little bit too early. Now, it is what I wanted to see. It is a model, but it was a little bit early. Buy side got taken. I was zoomed in here to the 30-second, and this was my change. So we ran through this as soon as we ran.
I see why you lost this trade. Yo, low key, bro, you just gotta take that hit, bro.
Through this, I entered in short.
You just gotta take that hit at that point.
Changing the state, I entered my first position short. Stop was at the first wick high, and I was looking for a continuation lower, all the way through to standard deviation. And again, looking at this bigger time frame, this is super clean. I like this setup.
Yeah.
Now, in my opinion, the only thing that was like really the problem with this is internal lows had already been taken. The SMT was already at the low, so it was most likely going to rebalance back to equilibrium. And this is what I waited for my second setup. So I was like, okay, I want to see NQ most likely go back to equilibrium if we want to continue back higher. And also keep in mind, possibly tap back the change in the state low of that last down close candle. So possibly come back to this as well. So what ended up happening here, stop was in place. First trade got put on, looking to see price go lower. This ended up getting stopped out for the first loss. After we go back up, again, I'm still leaning bearish.
See, that's the type of shit you have to take to the chin because that shit look like a valid setup, a very, very good setup.
My bias is still bearish, and what I want to see the exact same thing. Right now, internal high just got taken. So I zoom in again, all right? I'm looking for manipulation. I'm looking for displacement. I'm waiting right here. So on the 15-second, high gets taken.
Damn, 15 second, bro. I cannot use I can't use nothing under fucking 1 minute, bro, because like that would just entice me to want to trade more. Bro, I don't know how y'all be using these fast time frames, bro. I gotta
fair value gap gets ran. And we ever change in the state.
I straight be an over trader, bro.
Series of down closed candles gets closed below. Again, exactly what I want to see. We're in a fair value gap. Internal buy side's been taken. There's sell side resting below. This to me, perfect loss, perfect stop or break even. I really, really like this setup, just based on where we are. Buy side got taken on the bigger time frame. The way that the 15-minute candle even closed to the downside looks fantastic. Change in the state. Everything needed for the setup basically played out. Now, this ended up playing out to the internal low. I did not take partials. I wanted to see us continue to the downside.
Oh, man.
So at this point in time, I was up.
Yo, Justin, you got greedy. I ain't gonna lie, you got greedy right here.
Probably 8 to 9K. And I wanted to see a continuation. In my opinion, there was no reason I should be taking partials. Now, if my plan was to take partials at the internal low, then that's fine. But in my opinion, there was really no reason to take partials at this low because there's so much room to the downside. I thought we wanted to go a lot.
You just got greedy, Justin. I ain't gonna lie. I would have been greedy. I've been greedy too. On my I had to switch it up this last week though. Stop being too greedy. But yeah, nah. I would ungreedy trader would take some partials right here. Even if like, okay, let's say they think that there's a lot of room to go down here. You really don't know that. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you gotta pay yourself, especially because like sometimes you be in this much profit and they come back and hit you out at break even. There's some traders that be like, yeah, fuck, bro. Like they ego get hurt off of that shit. So like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's good for traders that like you gotta practice taking that shit right there. Because man, when I don't take partials or when I don't take my profits right at my max, like 1 or 2, let's say it gets to a 1 or 2, and I don't TP or at least get that 1 or 2 and come back and hit me out at break even, I'm gonna be like, fuck, bro. Like, damn. I could see if it went up to like a 1 to 1.5 or 1 to 1.7, but I had a 1 to 2 and I didn't take it, and it was like, you know what I'm saying? Take something off right there. I can't fuck with that, you know what I'm saying? But that's just me as a trader.
Lower, so I'm completely fine. Now, once we did take this internal low, I moved my stop to break even though. So I moved my stop to break even after taking this low, and then from this, we ended up having consumer sentiment at 10, and we just ended up getting bought right back up and got stopped to break even. So
see, I would have been mad as shit. I would have started punching I would have started headbutting the wall. I would have started going crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because fuck, it was like 1 to fucking 2, bruh. I had my 1 to 2 right there. Nah. But nah, that shit could lead me to overtrade, like if this was to happen. So that's why I practice taking my shit. You know what I'm saying? And be okay with this. I have to train myself to be okay with that happening too. This outcome of getting hit out that break even after it was like at a 1 to 2, 1 to 3.
With this kind of management, even on days like this, it's a day where we can reflect and say, okay, like, am I actually happy with this loss? Because at the end of the day, like, losing is not fun. Losing is never fun. It's not. It's like, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's not fun. But what the most important thing that we need to do is reflect to say, did we do what we should have done? Because all it takes is one win to wipe out those losses. If I can keep my losses small and I can say, okay, Justin, 2 trades in the morning, 1 at break even, 1 got stopped, I'm done. And I'm done for the morning. Maybe, again, like I said, there might be a short later on the PM session back inside the range, possible.
See, bro, that's some real discipline right there. That's some real fucking discipline, you feel me? That's some real discipline.
I'm not sure. But in the morning session, if my rules are hit, and a lot of the times it's 2 trades. If I take 2 trades in the with the exact same idea, which is I want to take 2 trades that are short, and I have 2 opportunities. One of them was pre-market, got stopped at break. Then the second entry got stopped at break, or sorry, the first one got stopped. Second one got stopped at break. That is where I'm like, okay, market's most likely going to play games here. Because if I mess up 2 of my entries and the market does not go to where I expect it to, that means I'm expecting lower probability conditions. And because I have enough screen time and enough to say that, that's how I build my conviction to know when to step away. Because if I take two setups that I think are good and are my model, the only thing that wasn't added to this was a bearish SMT. And I actually do believe that we had a bearish SMT with one of these internal highs.
So all his rules were there, and he felt like these were very great setups, and one did play out. He just didn't take his shit, and you know, he got hit out at break even. That shit sucks, you know what I'm saying? I can't handle that shit though. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I gotta take my shit. But yeah, nah, the fact that he able to acknowledge that he took two good setups, one was a loss, one was a break even. Fuck it, we stop for the day because we're gonna come back to higher probable conditions. You feel me? And that's how you have to be. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have that type of mentality.
I believe it was here. So we actually did have this bearish SMT, but it wasn't super clean. So market ended up coming back down, taking the internal low, and then just really just chopping in this range. Had to move back up and then move back lower, and then again took the internal low and then moved back up and then moved back lower. So we ended up just chopping in this range. At this point in time, I was not touching the market. I haven't touched the market after these first two trades. But like I said, where we are right now in price action, I would still want to see TGIF set up. So buy side got taken. Look, we're starting to fall back a lot inside this range. So for me to take a setup right now, I need to see an internal model. The thing is this is my change in the state on the 5-minute, but it's just not super clean. There's not really a manipulation leg. I would want to see this be manipulation to the upside and fall literally all the way back down now. So there is a possibility I might take a short later in the PM session. I'm not sure.
Nah, don't do it, Justin.
I would want to see, because normally, again, I will explain why. Looking at the daily range dividers, if I just pull these up, and we can look at Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Monday reaches back lower, starts this move. Tuesday continuation, Thursday continuation, or Wednesday continuation, Thursday continuation. Friday, I expect to close back inside the range. Because basically what will happen is the weekly candle will look like this. We'll be bullish, we'll be bullish, we'll be bullish, we'll be bullish, we'll be bullish. We'll put in the low on Monday, right? So this move right here is that weekly wick on Monday because we opened up here.
Yeah, and then it should create a top wick, cap off.
And then we move higher, and then the weekly candle closes back inside the range.
Yep.
So this wick is basically what I want to see get created. I want to see us wick the high, pull back inside so that the body on the weekly candle moves back lower inside the range, and we end up with a wick at the highs. And that's normally what happens when we have a super bullish week like this. Is Friday normally we'll close back inside the range. So,
man, Justin's so fucking smart, man. He's so fucking smart, man. God damn. Dude, fuck.
We'll see what happens the rest of the day. Overall, I'm pretty happy with the execution. I'm super excited to continue to just post content. I don't know if you guys know, but I have been feeling so called and so excited to share more with you guys about my life. I'm in the process of moving out of my apartment right now. I'm putting all my stuff in a storage unit.
All right, man, I'm about to end it right there. All right, so, hey, yeah, man, I'm gonna call it off right there. That's it, man. WVid, you know what I'm saying? Even with his trading, he gives a lot of value. You know what I'm saying? He's very transparent. You know what I'm saying? So I fuck with him as a trader. So I really fuck with his channel. If you guys enjoyed the video, go ahead and smash that like button. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the motherfucking channel, if you know what I'm saying. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. I'm out.